Welcome back, new viewers and gamer bears. It is time for something I haven't done in quite some time. That is some 7-star raids. And we have the return of Sceptile just before the 30th anniversary of Pokemon, so let's just kick back right over here and do these again for the first time in like, what, a year and a half? Yeah, let's just do a few Sceptile raids before these guys go away. By the time we're recording this, they're only here for like another hour or something. But let's have a little fun, shall we? I got my Clue of Fable over here. It's about to end, so I'm not going to bother going down the rundown. If you want to know the breakdown, just watch my video from like a year and a half ago. Alright, starts off a Leaf Storm, that's cool. Got the Unburden ability, but he doesn't have any held items, so does that matter? No. You always start off turn 1 worth of Reflector. And we have Unaware, so we don't gotta worry about that D dances. I mean, Taurus is here, giving them the Intimidate, but not like it matters, to be honest with you. Because we're unaware of what's going on. Right, and then you just drain and kiss 3 times. Those leaf blades tickle, man. All those blades are feathers you got there, huh? Those aren't blades, those are feathers. I'm calling them feathers. Plus, Gardevoir's a really good partner to have. Just because of Life Dew. Again, all you hating on Life Dew for what? Like, even if Sceptile crits you should be pretty good once your setup is completed. Alright, one more and then we can Tera before he takes away our Tera charge. And he will do very quickly. And do not use Calm Mind until he's taken away your stats. Hey, can't touch me with that. I'm a Fairy type. I mean, Fairy type. Alright, there we go. That's what I was waiting for. And now we Tera Fairy on my favorite move. Protect. Speaking of that move, I got a few things to say about that, but after this. Protect. You can't touch me. Alright, now with that, we start setting up. Calm Mind, if your HP gets a little low, just use Drain Kiss next turn. Do be careful though. And if you notice that Leaf Blade starts doing a bit more damage, just run a Reflect. That just means it ended. He's putting up his shield. I'm gonna put up a few shields myself. Alright, good. Now give me your HP. Alright, that means we can get a few more Calm Minds off before we gotta heal again. Not the best strategy, but hey, it works. Does take a little bit. Now we're at a high enough HP. You can hit me with another, I'm fine with that. We have the Metronome, so more times we use our attack and move, the stronger we get. Alright, thanks for wasting your turn, dude. Made things easier for me. Alright, 2 more Calm Minds and we're good from there. Just spam Drain and Kiss for the rest of this. Alright, the crits may happen occasionally, but that's fine. It's a 1 in 8 chance thanks to Leaf Blade's secondary effect. Yes, please keep wasting your turns, dude. After this, you won't need to use Reflect anymore. Hello, Derpy Boy, how are you doing today? And now we just spam to win. Now, I think last year or a year and a half when this event first aired, I had a max special attack set, so I couldn't take the Leaf Blades as well. And I'm running the max defense set from the Incineroar raids, because I was too lazy to redo the stat spread, but this works just fine. It's a little slower, but that's okay. Yeah, it's been some time since I last did these. Busy with other things before the big Pokemon Day. And I did some grand challenge off screen. And boy was it difficult. Got a little bit more to say about that later, but yeah. Still got a lot I want to do before Pokemon Day later this week, at the time you're recording this. Yeah, keep hitting me with your Leaf Blades. Those ain't blades, those are feathers. And you tickle me with your feathers. Imagine a Sceptile with feathers. Be a paradox form or something. Those feathers aren't just for show, they're made to tickle people. Be the least threatening Pokemon ever. Man, you hit so little, Joey's Rattata hits you harder hits me harder than you do. Yeah, so that is a nice little insult next time someone insults you in Pokemon. I remember watching a video once, actually, back in high school. Of, like, Pokemon-related or Pokemon, themed insults. Man, your mom was so fat. She's heavier than Snorlax or something like that. Just say some things that would offend a Pokemon fan. Don't make fun of others' kids, but yeah. Like your Rayquaza does so little damage. A Rattata would hit harder. And one more to go and you're screwed. Hey, yes. Well, we'll make a union circle. And just before these guys disappear. Gotta be prepared when Big Bad Champions comes out. Now, not exactly a question of the day, but is everybody predicting for Champions to come out right after the Pokémon Presents later this week, or sometime next month? Like, I've been waiting so long for it, I want it now, but at the same time, I wouldn't mind them waiting a few more weeks for it. That's just me. Alright, let me just reset my counter. And that should cause you to respawn. Oh wow, right next... Wait a minute, is that even the right one? No. That's fine. I can imagine if it just respawned right next to me like that. Alright, there it is. So let's make a union circle. It's been some time since I've done this one. And your code is 9P495W. 49 speed on your Calyrex. Then you get 9 points. I don't know. Trying to make a little joke. Honestly, I just use Draining Kiss after my setup is good. Yeah, like I tell you, man, those aren't blades, those are feathers on that Sceptile. He's tickling you. There we go. And let's get moving. Nice seeing you here. Let's go kill some, reptile Sceptiles. I don't know what to call them. They ain't no superior, so no salads for the kids of Paldea once again. Well, it could be a different type of salad. Imagine if every type of, like, grass type that was based around leaves was a type of salad. Let me stop. I'm done. I'm sorry. Yep, gonna be real fast or just very strong, I suppose. Oh, well, I can't wait to see it. Alright, there we go. Just make sure we're going the right direction. Yeah, connection error. Alright, we can try again. Let's do this quickly while we can. 90 HCGR. 90 HP on a ground type. And off the top of my head, I can't think of any ground types with base 90 HP. And I call myself a Pokemon Master. I'm sad now. Now let's try this again. If at first you don't succeed, you try again. No matter how much things kick your ass, you keep going. Now let's try this again. Let's see, there we go, you're in this direction. Let's do it the first feather, I mean Sceptile. Feathile. That sounds dumb. Alright, yes. Maybe it's just been some time since you played the game. You forget these things sometimes. Like, you don't know how many times I've played, like, the vast library of games I have over here. That my ever-growing collection. And sometimes you haven't played a game in so long you forget how to play it. I felt like that with Donkey Kong Bonanza recently, actually. Like, some games it's definitely worse than others, talking about fighters looking at you, but yeah. Like, some games, you got the muscle memory, you'll... Oh, never mind then. So I went a whole spiel for no reason. That's what you get for intimidating me. Don't hit the cool bird. What's wrong with you? Now I'm gonna set up a reflect. Hey, a trick room. The room filled with tricks. Speaking of Trick Room, I've been doing really better with Trick Room in competitive play. I mean, this is a really good anti-trick room option. That's really, you gotta respect the mushroom, man. And that's what you meant by zooming. Invert the speeds. Oh, so why does it look like Clefable's flipping off Sceptile when it does that? That's rude, Clefable. Don't do that. That was a crit. I barely felt it. Yeah, let's get that off before it takes away my charge. Yeah, keep dragon dancing, you're only making yourself weaker. And you fell right into my trap. And now, kids, it's time for my favorite move. I'm gonna vomit. I don't like this move. I hate it. But I gotta respect it. Protect has its uses. Ugh. I feel like garbage saying that. Anyways. And you're gonna hear me say that a lot when Champions comes out. Anyways, enough of me bitching. Calm mind, mine's the calm, as they say. I have unaware, so I don't think that matters that much, but yeah. At least for me it doesn't, but yeah. Like, what if you said I was gonna use stat boost, but your opponent said clear smog? Uno reverse card, huh? And every game you play, gotta have that nice Uno reverse card, it'll come in handy. Yes, keep wasting turns. That's real smart of you, dude. I gotta reflect back up while the rest of you take a hit better. Alright, depending on how much damage this Leaf Blade does. Oh, it doesn't even matter. Thanks for wasting your turn, good sir. And I have 6 calm mines up and now you die. Oh, a crit, I'm so scared. And down goes your shield. Yeah, he's literally on 1 HP. What am I, Pim Knight? He survived on 1 HP. And then disrespectful Clear Smog. Hit him with the smoke. You don't want none of the smoke. Hey, wow, oh my god, I got lucky with that one. 3 ability patches. Yes, please. Alright, let's reset my time again so my other ones show up. Actually, wait a minute. I can't do that without... Okay, I don't want to do that and then it ends the Union Circle. I just realized. Does it? I don't remember. I guess look for a 6-star raid. Let's see here. The Magnezone's sitting over here. I know Real Boom sounds pretty good here. I'll wait for you to get your raid up. Yes, that was a very good armory set. Especially with the Trick Room. You know what's funny? Wasn't there a Pokemon-themed circus? And then one of the circus tents is literally called the Trick Room. And then you got one called the Magic Room and one called the Wonder Room. I want to see that happen. I mean, there's something like that in the Hoenn games, I guess, but... What was that, the Trick House? Yeah. What am I doing? Over here. I'm just waiting for you to get your Sceptile ready if you still have it. Yeah, no, that sounds awful. He shouldn't even be able to hit you more than twice. I mean, at least he doesn't do as much damage compared to a certain bird from the ancient past that hit you like 3 times if it wanted. That's fair. You can just hit me 3 times before I can do anything. Good game design, dude. Nothing better than when your opponent just beats you down and you can't do nothing about it. Oh, look at that. We got aggressive terrain support. Well, that means that Leaf Blade's gonna be doing a little extra damage. I mean, on one hand, the passive heal, and on the other hand, extra Leaf Blade damage. I mean, whichever trade-off you think is good, I suppose. But we have Reflect to mitigate it. It should be okay. You have an Arbolivo. We have a Reflect. Oh, look how little that did. I think we're fine. That's fine by me. Would have been fun if you did that the turn before, though. I think I should still... Well, actually, you're not at plus attack, are you? No, no way. Thanks, Sylveon, you're the best. And that's the attack you choose. Smart move. And too late for that, dude. Alright, calm mind, mine's the calm. Reflect. Send the opponent. You know what? I remember back in elementary school when I first saw the move Reflect. I think I saw it in my old copy of Pokemon Heart Gold and that old copy of Pokemon Gold. Where I literally thought it would reflect the opponent's attack back at them. I mean, judging by the name, can you blame me for thinking that? Yeah, whatever. Imagine how broken that would be. I mean, I guess the closest thing we have to that is Counter and Mirror Coat, but still. That should be good enough for me to get off at least 2 more Calm Minds. No, my health is fine. You know why? We have the ultimate, well, definitely not the ultimate, but a really good HP draining move, and you got up Trick Room just in time for me to use it. Now it's time to get all my HP back in one go. I'm like Chansey, but cooler. I don't appreciate that, good sir. Hitting a little too hard there. Doesn't matter. And your leaf storm tickled me. Were you even trying? And you call yourself the grass starter of Hoenn? Pathetic. Just picture that pathetic meme. This is gonna hurt you real bad. Down you go. Alright, let's see if I can reset the time on here without it going backwards. Alright, good, that worked. Nice. I think. No, I don't think it did. Oh, I guess we're doing 6-star raids. Sceptile's going. Oh well. Terra Ground, Magnezone, anybody? And speaking of grassy terrain, guess who's gonna show up today? Gotta make sure I'm picking the right one. Actually, never mind. Never mind what I said, that was wrong. I'ma use this man instead. Yeah, it's like 1/16 and 1/16. I think put this together, you go 1/8. Pretty sure, I think that's how fractions work, right? Now, what if you put another 1/16 in there? I think that becomes 1/6. I don't know. This Magnezone is gonna be grounded. Heck, get it? Okay, let me not. Alright, start off with a good old Leech Seed. Thanks, Superior. You missed your attacks. Well, at least we don't have to worry about that. Your support is once again well appreciated. Man, that does quite a bit. but it won't matter as much. Taste as a Leaf Storm, and wow, Superior, you're having a bit of an off day there. Let's try this again. Thank you. Alright, I'm gonna try to preserve one of my Leaf Storms. Rain Dance, never miss Thunders, I guess, but that's not gonna save you here. Still absolutely love how the rain looks here, in my personal opinion. I like it when it rains. Fitting, given that rain is probably the best of the weather conditions in this game. The sun's pretty cool too. Though in some ways I do prefer sun when it comes to battles. Speaking of Misty Terrain, if we get the Tapus again in Champions, Tapu Fini I plan on using on a team based around Ultimate Golisopod. Along with a Primal Kyogre on that team, so you literally cannot hit it with its weakness. Oh, that seems gonna be so fun to use, I can't wait. Especially with how tanky Ultimate Golisopod is. Another thing I want to do before Champions comes out if we don't get it right away later this week. I'm gonna replay Sword and Shield for a little bit just to get used to Dynamax. Still can't Thunder Wave me, dude. Still can't do that. Quite persistent is this Magnezone. Oh no, my stat boosts. Except for my subscriber special, I literally haven't touched Sword and Shield since this game came out. And your rain's gone and you barely used it. And one more Leaf Storm should do the trick. Sorry, Magnezone, you're not too useful here. Also, another Pokemon that should have gotten an Ultimate Form or Mega Evolution, whichever you want to say. Too bad that didn't happen. Oh yeah, but we had to have Ultimate Tatsugiri, though. Jeez. I will not get over that. Tera Psychic, y'all know who we're gonna use, depending on what mon is on the other side of it, that is. I mean, I guess it could have been worse. We could have gotten a Mega Squawkabilly. Ugh. Of all Gen 9 Pokemon, why was that in Legends EA? I don't get it. Alright, Terra Ghost Man Xiao. I don't know exactly what we're gonna use. When in doubt, Well, let's see where you're at. Annihilate it out, kids. I know you have, I think, Aerial Ace, but that doesn't matter much. Alright, that's fine. Oh, that does quite some damage. Imagine a Mega Annihilate or Ultimate Annihilate. That would have also been really cool. Oh. I think it just gave him +2 special attack and special defense. I don't think it can hit me with, oh, never mind. We're cool. I don't think it can hit me with its special attacks. It just has Aura Sphere, I'm pretty sure. Back in Gen 5, when it was the only other Pokemon not named Lucario or Togekiss of the Creation Trio that had that move. And now almost every fighting type gets that move. Maybe not almost every, but quite a lot more than they used to. And take this, you're done. Heh, you didn't even get the chance to put up your shield. Alright, what should we do against you? Yeah, Skeletors looks pretty good here. Though it could have Encore. That's okay. Let me know when you're ready. Gotta be good. It's good to prepare for these stakes. There's no such thing as being over-prepared. So I'm just gonna roam around a little, I guess, until you're ready. Maybe I'll get lucky and find a shiny. Imagine if that was a shiny Electabuzz. Sometimes it kind of looks like they are. Oh, Giga Impact, I'm so afraid. Yeah, let's do it. Taunt who you taunting, huh? You can't taunt nothing. I think I mentioned it back in my Pokemon Black Nuzlocke. But I used to think that because of the move Hurricane, Whimsicott was a part flying type. I could have sworn I saw it saying it was a grass flying type too. Yes, because of, what was it? Aroma Veil. I know. I've been confused. But your confusion means nothing to me. Hey, look at that, I get double powered hexes. I don't think that matters too much. Can't touch me with that move either. I hit myself. Ow. Oh, come on, man. It's my special attack, not my physical attack that's not high. Let's try that again. Yes. Good job, Skeledirge. Still lack off. I'm asleep. Oh, I forgot about that, yeah. Oh, it's okay. I don't need to apologize. As long as I didn't die from it. Imagine being able to run so fast you could cause a tornado or a hurricane. I saw it in my own games that, hey, the character I use, once you get enough upgrades, you can run so fast you can cause storms. Well, it's all my 6 stars. As if you've got some 6-star raids, let me know when you want to set them up. Couldn't touch you thanks to the power of abilities. Tera Dragon. What am I call it? Well, awesome, not the best. Maybe I should shiny hunt Scraggy, I don't know. Go get me an ultimate Scrafty that's shiny. Oh. Thought that looked like an oddly colored Jobber. But just Escadriller. Yes, I see what you're doing. Yeah, couldn't even do that. He's so weak he couldn't even snap a twig. He could even blow a little wind in someone's direction and topple him over. That's how weak they are. Also, please work out. You please work out. Tera Striker, if only it were faster. No, base. What was that? 116 is pretty fast? It could be faster. Got the famous bolt beam combo. Oh, there's still some time before the Sceptile raids, and shall we end this Union Circle so I can reset the timer and we can get a few more of those in? And just let me know if you'd like to do that. Yes, let's do that. Alright, we'll be back momentarily. I'm gonna go back to Paldea for a second, and we'll make our new circle. And your code is D9DW1C. Not after the annoying Arthur character, of course. Do they not until Thursday? I thought they only lasted until the weekend. Well, dang. Oh yeah, it's just like with the Gen 1 starter raids from like 2 years ago. I didn't think of that. Okay, then never mind. No need to rush then. But the grand challenge is over now. Did more matches than the last time. But unlike last time, didn't stream them. That's fine. Yeah, if we don't get champions right away, and we do get another Grand Challenge next month, probably not, but if that does happen, I'm thinking about making a team based around Regidrago next time. I want to give that a try. There we go. I'm gonna try to run Tera Dragon with Scarf. That's gonna be cool. Blow him up with that Dragon Energy. Now be careful of those fairy types. They could screw things over. Basically be Kyogre for Regulation F. If anyone has a spare Regidrago, let me know. That they're not using, of course. That's pretty neat. Alright, here we go, another one of them. Yeah, and then it would be Sceptile. Well, for the Blaziken events when those first were live, I remember using an Arcaludon set for that. And then for not Sceptile, Swampert, I used a Slowbro or a Fast Bro set. He's a really fast Slowbro. Sometimes I like to call my older brother a Slowbro. If any one of you have older or younger brothers, call them a Slowbro and see what they say. Oh, good lord, don't attack me with that. Well, that's a rough start. Anyways. Thankfully, there's a neat little recovery move over here I like to call. Allows me to regain my life points. Yeah, Weavile's just here in spirit. Great time for everyone's favorite move. Ugh. Hey, Mr. Sceptile, how many clear smogs does it take for you to realize this? Clear smogs I know. 1, 2, 3. The world may never know, kids. The world may never know. Or maybe I should ask Mr. Noctowl instead. Maybe he might know. And then Mr. Hippowdon. Speaking of Noctowl, Sceptile, are you ready to throw in the Noctowl? I'll shut up now. Speaking of Animal Crossing, I gotta load that on my Switch 2 later. Now my copy of Animal Crossing New Horizons is a used copy, so that worries me a little, but yes. I hope and pray the previous owner didn't do something funny with it. Or their Switch. Oh, that's just rude. And now you die. A slow and agonizing death. Fun fact about starter Pokemon getting Earthquake. Until Generation 4, every starter Pokemon could learn Earthquake. Fully evolved starter. It's weird. And both Torterra, obviously Torterra does, but Polion I believe gets it as well, and Infernape doesn't. So Sceptile can cause Earthquakes, but Infernape can't with its fists. No? Okay. I mean, then again, Zekrom can't learn Earthquake. Look how big that thing is. But you know what does get Earthquake? Dunsparce, a freaking land snake that's not even that big. Oh, the leftovers just keeping you alive. Terra Ground Mouse Hold. Got Arceus, we got God on our side. You're only making me stronger, dude. You foolish fool. I told you, man, it's no use. And you did so little damage, you tickled me. You healed me, in fact. Quite literally. One of my favorite insults. And you did so little damage, you healed me. Down goes your shield. While you're trying to get a Dragon Dance boost, it won't matter. I feel like that's a move Chinchino should also get. It's kind of weird how it's only Ferd in this guy that gets it. Ability patch. Hopefully we can finally transfer items over to champions as well. I want to do that. Oh, Tera Psychic, y'all know what that means. Uh-oh. Oh, that's not the best. Honestly, unless they have the Deoxys and the Mew events integrated into the emulator there, I'm just gonna stick with an emulator. If I still had my old emulator on my old Chromebook from high school, thanks high school for deleting those off of there, then I definitely wouldn't bother, but I was gonna get it, and I was like, nah, I could just get a free emulator, save the $20. Again, if they confirm they have the Deoxys and Mew event, I definitely will, but if not, no. Stick with emulators. And if I were to get them, I'd give a Fire Raid, of course, but yeah. Because Charizard is better. Alright, because this is Yan Mega, Annihilate worries me a little bit. Because I'm afraid this won't be that simple or easy. Alright, well, maybe I'm gonna think of a few things. And one thing I want to show off real fast. This was the team I used to do the Grand Challenge. A little something designed around Dragoonite. Might as well, I'm waiting here. Let me think of something good to use. I'd say Tera Raid looks good, but no, it doesn't. Actually, Cerulege don't seem half bad. Maybe we'll give him a try. Let's see, do I still have that old Terra Steel Cerulege? Probably. Oh, too bad I don't have a ghost move on it. Alright, let's give this a try anyways. You just gotta believe. Yes, I see. Yeah, that's not gonna save us here, it seems. Damage mitigation, a beautiful thing. I got the idea of actually doing a damage mitigation team for VGC. I want to give that a go. Uh-oh. Ancient power. Like have light screens and reflects, assault vests and snarls and intimidates everywhere. Breaking swipes and all that, all the damage mitigation. Burn. If this Religion's Arceus. Frostbite. I gotta have some sort of offense on that team too. You can't play the stall game forever now. Quick attack is not very useful for raids. Most priority moves aren't, I don't think. Hold on a second. Ow, that still did quite a bit. I need some of my HP back. There we go. Alright, one more bulk gift should do the trick. Man, what's with these crits, dude? Quit critting. You're not holding the scope lens, man. You ain't that guy. I'm the crit machine here. I'll show you a real one. Get off my screen, you dumb dragonfly. Also, Ultimate Yen Mega would have been so cool. We could have had a Mega Yen Mega and it would have been the first bug dragon type, but no. We can't have nice things. But here I have Ultimate Tatsugiri instead. So much better. Can you tell I'm salty? Huh? Anyways. It's a fliggin'. I haven't played Marco World in some time. I should go play it. Get real good at making those tricks. He's a stellar guy. Too bad that will not save him. Why would you AI everybody? Yeah, Flygon. Or were you talking about Yen Mega? Yeah, but let's give Garchomp a second one, right? I get it, Garchomp's cool, man, but give the original ground dragon type some love, man. Yep, definitely. Even after 11 years, 12 years actually, they still couldn't think of a design for him. Oh well. Flygon, you'll get your time in the sunlight someday, man. Golurk and I know exactly who we're using today. I mean, at least Ultimate Golurk's cool. And then we'll finally know the new Mega's abilities when Champions comes out. Or maybe they'll be leaked sometime later this week. Ultimate Golurk, give him maybe a stronger version of Iron Fist, I don't know. Diamond Fist, yeah. Powers of punching moves by 50%. In my opinion, Iron Fist should really be buffed to do 50% extra damage instead of just 20% extra. Look, if Sharpness can do that for slicing moves, if Strong Jaw can do that for biting moves, why not Iron Fist do that for punching moves, right? Why don't we also get an ability for kicking moves, right? So High Jump Kick does 50% more damage. That's going to be super deadly. Like Iron Foot or something, call it that. Jump Kick, Blaze Kick. Mega Kick, if anyone wants to use that. Hey, Demon Lord Travis, how you doing today? If you'd like to, after this raid, you can join. What other kicking moves am I forgetting about? There's Low Sweep, there's Low Kick. I already mentioned Jump Kick. Same with High Jump Kick and Blazing. Oh yeah, Thunderous Kick's another one, even though Galarian Zapdos definitely is not getting that. Like, just thinking of abilities, like, we need an ability that would make kicking moves 50% stronger. And Iron Fist should be buffed to make punching moves 50% stronger, I think. Oh yeah, is that count? I thought that counted as a dancing move. Yeah, that counts as a dancing move, not a kicking move. I guess, yeah, there are moves with multiple different categories. Like how Electro Shot is both a weather-based attack and a setup move. I mean, that's a little different than categories. Like, types and categories do completely different things. Like, a move being a punching move is not the same thing as its type. Ice Punch? What are you ice punching, huh? But no, it doesn't. Well, I think it gets stabbed, but because of how the type interactions work, certain types, like, say, steel or electric, will end up hitting for neutral damage, I believe. When it should hit him for super effective. But no, it doesn't really do that. It's a little confusing, though. Or maybe instead of Ice Punch, we could have Frigid Fist. Basically, Ice-type Jet Punch. That'd be cool. That has a 20% chance to flinch. That would be pretty busted. Yeah, though the way the weaknesses work are a little bit different. Sucker Punch is technically not a punch. If you look at its Japanese name, which I forgot what his... I think its Japanese name was Hit and Run or something. For a Sucker Punch, it could be a blow without warning. That's not technically a punch. False Surrender, wouldn't say that counts as a punching move either, definitely not. Or that, or you mean War Crimes, yeah. He pretends to have fainted, but then stabs you in the back. Also, Terra Fighting is a really good Terra type for Golurk. But one thing I didn't mention, I probably mentioned in an earlier video. Like, I'm thinking, when Champions does come out, there's going to be certain, like, rulings for certain Pokemon, like which Pokemon are best with Mega Evolution, Terrestrialization, Dynamax, or Z moves. I feel like, depending on what ability Ultimate Golurk gets, I can see maybe its Mega being useful over, say, Dynamax. Or Terrestrialization. It depends on the situation you find yourself in. But certain Pokemon like Salamence I can definitely see be better with Mega Evolution than, say, with Dynamax. Or becoming a Terra Steel type. Yes, you can. Though for game balancing reasons, you can only have one at a time. Which, again, makes me wonder what they're going to do with that. Like, maybe on certain Pokemon before the battle starts, you can choose to... I hope it's not like a situation with Mega Charizard X and Y and the Mewtwo Megas in Legends... not Legends. In Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, where depending on the situation, if you have both Mega Stones, you can just choose to Mega Evolve to one or the other. Or in this case, you could Terrestrialize or Dynamax, depending on what you need in that situation. I kind of hope that's not the case. That's going to make for some really annoying mind games. At least in Mega Evolution and Z moves, you need your item slot for those, so that'll be a little easier to guess. Especially in the face of open team sheets. Alright, let us end this Union Circle for a second. I'm going to reset my time, and we'll get Travis in here. And one thing I'm going to do beforehand, you're all probably going to laugh at me. The competition should be over. Oh, I did terribly. Well, whatever, there's always next time, but hey, I got some neat prizes. Anyways, there goes that team. That's unlocked now. I'll deal with the rest of that off screen. Anyways, actually, wait a minute. Let me exit out of that. Hey, at least I beat another one of Wolfie's teams. Fun fact. Alright, let's make the new circle. And what name would that be? Yeah, Sonic Storm's pretty good. Actually, I think that's the nickname for my, my shiny Latios. Alright, but your code is... It's kind of hard to read that. I think that's an IV57. Ha! 57 IVs. DC. DC Comics. Yeah, Sonic Storm. I think so. Actually, I think that's a J, not an I. Yeah, no, I think that's a J. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it just wants those double as eyes in this world. And does anyone have a spare Regidrago they're not using? I'm gonna try to make a Regidrago team if we get another Grand Challenge next month, if Pokemon Champions doesn't come out right away later this week. Alright, if you'd like to, we could do a quick trade. Let me just go catch something random. Well, I do need it back, or... let's see if I got anything I can give. Huh. No, never mind. I don't think we should just borrow. What else is on the 27th? Yeah, if you do have like a moveset on your Regidrago, I don't want to override it. I'm gonna try to make it like Tera Dragon with like Scarf and Energy and Dragon Energy, try to blow things away in one go. But that's not strawberry season. We're still in the middle of wintertime, depending on where you live. How would that be National Strawberry Day? Wouldn't it be more fitting for that to be in, oh, I don't know, the, like, spring during strawberry, or summer during strawberry season? I don't know. I don't know who came up with that, but that wasn't the smartest decision. But what are y'all thinking? You think Pokemon Champions is going to come out right after the 27th, or is it going to be a few more weeks? I was thinking Timid, actually, since Regidrago is not the fastest thing, so you need the speed advantage, but, like, otherwise, with a combination of Terra Dragon and, whatchamacallit, Dragon's Maw, and then pair with, like, a Chi-Yu with Beads of Ruin, you're gonna do some serious damage. And the Explosion for moves. Yeah, not entirely, besides that, not entirely sure what the fourth move would be. Maybe Draco Meteor just for funsies if you have too little HP. That could be good. That could be really useful if you need the burst damage, I think. And if it hits, that is. I mean, I guess Dragon Pulse is for more consistent damage if you don't want to lower your special attack. I mean, it depends on what you need in which situation. Yeah, I think I was going to pair it with like a Golden Go as well to scare off them pesky fairy types that might take my attacks. Fairy, yes. Well, Clefable sets I've seen. Besides Clefable, I don't know what else works. Or I don't remember what else works, I should say. Two fires and a fairy. When are we gonna get a fire fairy type, huh? Come on, Game Freak, you know you want to do it. Well, that's what I'll have to do then. Oh, my reflect support should assist. The Terapagos Rangers. That's what that sounds like. Yeah, Ground Fairy is gonna be— oh, come on, really? You attack me again? Anyways, Ground Fairy is gonna be so busted when we eventually get that. Oh my god. That's probably the best type combo that exists that we don't have yet. And it's gonna happen if— okay, real— stop hitting me, stop critting me, dude. You're being rude. You're being rude. Let's see, normal steel, ice steel. Did I say ice steel? Ice normal. Rock normal. Bug normal. Those suck. Let's see, ice poison still has yet to be done. Bug dragon, is there one I'm forgetting? Let's see, fire fairy, obviously. I know there's one I'm forgetting. I forgot which one. So only 9 time combos to go. I mean, hey, back when I was in elementary school and Pokemon Black and White were the latest Pokemon games, I made my own Pokemon that was well, I used to make fake mons back then. And I made a spin top Pokemon. I think I might have mentioned this in a previous vid. Probably did. And the final evolution was a normal steel type. Again, to this day, still doesn't exist. Imagine Terapagos and a giant turtle Zord. Alright, time to use my favorite move. I'll quit complaining. I'm gonna have to suck up my pride and use this in Pokemon Champions if I want to win anything. Ugh, it makes me sad. I never cringed more in my life. I can't believe I gotta use a shield. And not the fun type of shield like Zamazenta. This Borg shield. I mean, I don't have to run it on most of my Pokemon. I could just use it on maybe 2 Pokemon at most. If I'm really feeling that salty about it. But even I can't deny its usefulness. Like in this moment. There were some times where I was like, gee, if I had Protect, this wouldn't be that bad of an issue. Gotta be honest here. Yes, keep wasting your turns. I mean, at least we can keep playing Scarlet and Violet after Champions comes out, just not competitively. Until we eventually get Generation 10. Speaking of, what do y'all think the titles for Generation 10 will be? I mean, the leaks say Pokemon wins and waves, but it could be something different. I mean, hey, we got that both when Sword and Shield were announced and when Scarlet and Violet were announced. Right away, unlike when Sun and Moon was announced back in 2016. Where we didn't get the starters for like a good 3 or so months. Actually, speaking of, y'all remember when I mentioned I wanted to go back to my old Alpha Sapphire file and beat the Super Battle Mason, or at least Super Double Battle Mason? I recently did that earlier this month, and actually it was quite easy. Got it all done in one go. Something I couldn't do back in middle school that I could do now. Much better VGC player than I was back then. And with my old tools as well. The team I used was Ultimate Charizard Y, my classic Ultimate Charizard Y and Scarf Garchomp set that I used in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, a Scizor, and a Rotom Wash. Tried to use things that had very few weaknesses, and hey, it really paid off. Plus, I used Discharge with a max special attack Rotom Wash alongside the Garchomp for another little spread damage combo. It was really strong. Definitely gonna recreate something like that when Champions comes out. Thunder Punch? What are you thunder punching? Okay, you got the last hit. The Turtle Zord defeated one of Rita Garboder's... Yeah, Rita Garboder. Rita Garboder's weird monsters of the week. Yes, GG's indeed. And that's okay. You deserve the win there. Or do you mean you hadn't caught the Sceptile in the past? Hey, congratulations on getting your new Sceptile. May it be a wonderful ally for you. Perhaps for the Generation 10 we can finally get Pokemon Plus and Minus. Back in middle school on X and Y related games, I did predict Pokemon Sun and Moon and Sword and Shield. And a friend of mine did predict both Dynamax and Terrestrialization. Actually, no, I think I predicted Terrestrialization, he predicted Dynamax. Alright, who is the Dark Nightmare that we gotta deal with? A Tera Dark Taurus. I might even just use Fable for this, I'm considering it. Yes. Let's just keep it going with this, I suppose. Yeah, man. Hey, I've got a suggestion for you, Travis. If you ever make a competitive team around Koraidon, may I suggest running close combat on it? The higher damage output than collision course could be really good for it. Just a suggestion. And even pair with Life Orb if you want, you'll get really good damage out of it at that point. Hey, even better. Can one-shot Miraidons with that power. Also combined with our Calc Impulse, of course. It's a good moveset nonetheless. And if that's what you'd like to do. That's why you run Flare Blitz. That doesn't do much. Yeah, you're confused, and he hit himself. Thanks for the free turn. And he's dead. Yeah, punch his teeth out, man. Yeah, crit is unnecessary, but you know, we're good. Tera Raid could be super good for fighting types if fairies didn't exist. Imagine terrestrialization before fairy types. Maybe it didn't matter, who knows. I mean, it would have been enough to at least break the shield, but yeah. Even if you did die, we'd be able to keep going. We'd be fine. I mean, I have a damage calculator, but not exactly for Tera Raids. How about use code, sir? Let's give this a try, see how well it does. Yeah, it makes sense for you to debate that. And we got Gracitorian support. I got an idea in case I faint down. Uh-oh. Little wisp. Why must you burn me? Uh-oh. Calm mind, mine's the calm. I got an idea in case I faint. Let's do an attack cheer so we keep the attack. Alright, come on, faint me. I want to die here. There we go, you fell right into my trap. Yeah, that's just rude. Same here. Nightshade, okay. Still does a fair amount. And you're confused. Yeah, I know. And he just instantly heals off his confusion. Thanks, game. Wonderful. Yes, please keep using Nightshade. I'm okay with that. There we go, some good damage. Shield's broken. Time to die. A little too late for you to put up the sun, good sir. Yes, let's get rid of that burn. You get the last hit. You can do it. It's like My Hero Academia. You can do it. Gunbetter, Travis. As I'm listening to My Hero Academia songs right now, in fact, he did it. You sure? I mean, I'm only base 60 speed, and Gyarados is base 81. I can't be that much slower. Or you can't be that much slower. Now, where was I going again? Oh. Yeah, because you're still playing on Switch 1, right? Terragrass Bascalagian. I'm gonna use Uncle Fredericks, he'll show you a thing or three. Unless there's a better choice here. Oh, those would work just fine, but probably maybe ice, I don't know. Yeah, poison works. I'm gonna try this. Does have Icy Wind though, you gotta be careful. He's breaking the mold. Just gonna lower my speed by 2 stages. Or 3 stages. That's just rude, man. Now time to get the damage going. And somehow I'm still faster than you. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting these things. I'm better than this man. Okay, real, don't do that. -6 in one turn. Or 3 turns, alright. Depending on how much this does. Alright, that should be a 2-shot there. I'm hoping it is. I'm fine with that. Now, please take out my Excalibur. I want to die here. And blast it all. I didn't. Okay, fine then. I might as well make use of it. Uncle Friedrichs will show you a thing or 3. That's gonna hit real bad. Oof. Right, because you are faster than me, I gotta go for that shard. Didn't do as much as I would have hoped. That -1 special effect screwed me over. There's still a chance though, believe it or not. Just test about how fast Wyvern is. She broke the shield. Let's take advantage of this. Alright, that should kill him. I always get real close to it. I'd say that shard could kill from that range. And sayonara, good sir. Or madam, actually, you're female. Honestly, Wyvern shouldn't be underrated. It's really popular for a reason. Tera Raid. Depending on what Pokemon this is, I know exactly what we can run. And what am I called? Ash's Wyvern is considered the weak link of his Kalos team, because he has the least amount of experience, and gets overshadowed by Hawlucha. Plus Wyvern, another Pokemon that should have gotten an ultimate form. overshadowed by Tom Flynn as well, sadly. Yes, yes, I did. Actually, you used your spell, right? Oh. Yes, King Galambit. I think we all do the same thing. You don't have to worry about your respell then, at least till it's terrestrialized. Let's go Kipling. Well, people tend to say that when Dire Claw is clicked, but hey. I can be used in most RNG scenarios. Don't yawn me, you... I've got this. Power Gem is seriously your best move against me. Alright. Besides that annoying yawn move. Let's get that off not once but twice. Ah, you're parried. Yes. Sending suggestion. And he's weak to our steel moves. I mean, I'd like to for the extra damage, but still. Well, yeah, when his HP gets lower, we get Tera. I am Tera Steel. That's that heal off my sleep. It does not. I'll just keep going until I wake up, I suppose. He can't do much to me anyways. That's okay. Jeez, take a nap, bro. Alright, wake up this turn. And next turn, you're dead. And now you die. I got an axe in my head, a sword, and an axe in my head. Alright, just one Swords Dance I think is all I need here. And now you're done, son. And Yon's not gonna save you here. Yon and raids can be very annoying, but it's decently manageable here. Yeah, probably. As well as a few others. Well, that's all my raids. I'll just wait for you to get yours set up. Yeah, thank the Lord it doesn't. Well, it's likely gonna have drizzle. Yeah, yes, okay. Let's use Uncle Frederick's again. Oh, I see. Personally, he prefers the air. Hey, your drizzle means nothing. Ice beam, oh boy. Oh, forgot about your Rayquaza. Rayquaza's not liking that much. You motherfucker. Well, that sucks. I'm stuck. Well, at least you're not doing much damage. Oh, well, Return of Encore, that's good for me. Alright, it's time for some pain. Uncle Fredericks will show you a thing or three. That's fine. Alright, got a bit of a damage race going on here. Oh, that's okay. I mean, they're cold-blooded. I don't think they minded that much. Thanks for the heal, cheers. Alright, now we can zero. We should be able to do this. I should still be a +5 attack. I guess it stole my stat boost. Yeah, Terrifying would be way better in this situation. Amnesia not saving here. Alright, we're fine. Wait a minute. And the game didn't let me move. No. We always try again. Alright, let me wait for you to get the raid on. Well, it didn't. I saw it had shown water. It didn't seem to work against me. And besides, I can raise my attack. Despite the whatchamacallit. No, I'm probably, you know what they say, when in doubt, annihilate but out. Oh yeah. It's one of those scripted attacks. Alright, we have to do something about the rain there. Actually, I got an idea. We could use this man. Too bad I won't be able to hit him for super effective, but this should be good. I can hit him for good neutral damage, though. And take away his rain. Alright, I guess this will have to do. Just need to get the sun off. Yeah, once I get the sun, you won't have to worry about the water moves that much. And my acid spray will make your special attack stronger. Yes, the final gambit. The drizzle, huh? You got the rain on your side? Not for long now. Let there be light. Sun in the darkness. Raging flames be the light in the darkness. Of course you... Screw Yon Anchor is the most annoying moves in raids. On the bright side, you can't do much damage to me anyways. Are we out of Encores? Not quite yet. Thankfully it's doing so little damage to me, it literally cannot kill me. Alright, here you go. You should be able to do some more damage with this. That's fine, attack me with that. Or whatever's the NPC. That's fine. Alright, but you should be able to use Star Song now. Oh, come on, really? Yes, let's do that before you die. Trying to get that. And again, the game is just telling me no. Dude, did you quit it? God, Jesus. I'm no son here, it seems, because the game's just telling me no, apparently. Alright, I think I'll have to terrestrialize then. Dude, real fuck off. Oh, good time in there, I suppose. I broke the shield at least, so you should get your free turn. And of course you just do that. And that. Real? Just got everything you need, huh? Alright, it's official. I'm grabbing my mallet. He's in the Annihilate. Yeah, there's a lot against physical attackers, but I have Defiance, so we're fine. Yeah, no, there are quite a few things against physical attackers. Because physical attacks are overall better than special ones. Yes, that as well. And higher base power moves, and and more priority moves than special. Honestly, besides Vacuum King, you piss off. Wow, just one turn encore. That is not what you did in the previous match. Jesus Christ, dude. I'm about to just get it on Alchemy, because it just keeps using that. Yeah, we need Alchemy for this. Can't use nothing else. Should have a spare Alchemy I could use. No, I'm gonna bring Alchemy next turn. Because it did not... Because Alchemy has a Aroma Veil, which prevents Encore from working. Or, you know, depending on how this goes, we might not need to do that. Because Rage Fist is so busted. Well, as soon as I can Terrestrialize, that is. Alright, you don't have any rain anymore, so that's good. There's still a good chance we can win this here, actually. Amnesia won't save you. And says this. Oh, we're fine. When in doubt, annihilate it out, kiddos. Annihilate always wins. And Saragrass is a pretty decent Tera type for it, so why not? Yeah, Nest Ball. Now this game is quite buggy, sadly. On the Switch 1, that is. I mean, it is a buggy game, I don't know what else to say. I mean, it runs this well on the Switch too, but on Switch 1 it was poorly optimized for the console, not because there's too much going on. I mean, again, if games like Xenoblade 2 and 3, which have way more going on and have way more complicated graphics, can run just fine on the Switch 1, this means this game is poorly optimized for the Switch 1, just like, say, Mega Man 3 for the NES, being poorly optimized for that console. Because there's way less going on here than in those games, and so many other games I can think of on the Switch 1 that are more graphically advanced. Splatoon 3 is another one more graphically advanced and runs better. And has way more going on in the fields. Yes, Rise. That one as well. Freaking Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate and 4 Ultimate on the 3DS, much weaker hardware, by the way, was running better than this. And I believe those were both originally Wii U titles as well. Before being downgraded for the 3DS. Actually, Monster Hunter 3 was originally on Wii, I think, but it had a Wii U version. Terra Norman flagging. It may seem funny, but I'm gonna use Arc Maladon. Because of my stamina ability, this should be good. The Switch 1 area, yeah. And what, the Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition just got announced for a Switch 2 version? Which I refuse to pay for those, at least this game was free, but not the other ones for some reason. I mean, they dropped the price to an extra $5 instead of an extra $10. I still think it's a scam, though, because why doesn't the game run like this? Yeah, on the Wii U and 3DS, but I think it was on the Wii U first, before being on the 3DS. I could be wrong, though. But yeah, I know it's on the both. Should know, one of my older brother's friends had the Wii U version of Monster Hunter 3, while I have the 3DS version. Alright, let's start off with a break and swiper. EQ. Yeah, we're fine. Yes, and that was the worst version of Minecraft. I remember back when I was in elementary school, though, when Minecraft was first very popular, and that definitely didn't exist yet. I sound old. That's the version it's still on, alright. Oh, that's fine. Lower my attack, I'm okay with that. Thanks for making me stronger. Also, Tera Normal is a really good Tera type for Flygon, thanks to Boom Burst. Yes, very impressive. Yes, it was. A very strong Drain Punch. Your Dragon Dance will not save you. Just keep making me stronger, dude. Alright, hit him with the body press. Down goes your shield. One more good hit and you're screwed. That's overkill indeed. If I may suggest, you should catch the Flygon. It'd be good for Tera Normal Boom Burst if you want to use it. And you could even pair that with a Throat Spray. Make it real dangerous. Hey, nice rain. Take a picture. Oh, that's all the 6-star raids. Oh, let's see, well, it depends on all the possible, what I'll call it, damage values. I mean, instead of Orichalcum pulls what, let's say a Pokemon with Skill Swap, like a Medicham with Skill Swap a Corride on Pure Power. And then you're Terra Fighting. You're hitting a Pokemon for super effective damage, not only for the 2 times damage, but the 33% boost. Helping Hand boosted if Medicham even learned Helping Hand, that is. Let's say the opponent has -6 defense, you have +6 attack. And they, I don't know, they have a Chun-Pao on their side for Swords of Ruin. And then also, they have a Pokemon that's called Fighting, I don't know, a Weavile, for example. Let's use a Weavile. Let's see what else would go in there. That alone, that's probably the highest damage possible by ending DS. And then, yeah, like level 1, some of 4 times weakness. And it would have to crit too, for the extra damage. Well, some won't matter because huge power over our Calcum Pulse. Just natural abilities? Alright, no skipped ability. I mean, higher is theoretical damage, so that's a scenario that can happen. Yeah. That's a little weaker overall, I'd say. Alright, well, that's all of our raids, so... If you'd like to, I think we shall end this raid, not raid, the Union Circle. Alright, thank you. I'm just gonna fight that Stellarmon real fast. And then we'll on this off with a quick Sceptile raid, and that will do. And what is that? Okay. Oh yes. Just on the special side of things, of course. Yeah, and it's a good thing we don't have a special version of huge power, let's be real. We don't need that. Just use nasty plot or something, I don't know. Let's just go over here. Alright, let me go reset my time. Alright, thank you for stopping by. Alright, let's just do this real fast, and that'll do. Wait, what am I doing? Alright, that's not the right one. Why did I go for Tera Raid? You know, who cares? Alright, over here. That's an animation. Normally, they just let me fall right down there. That Slowpoke isn't shiny, is it? I don't think so. Just making sure now. Hit the one that quad resist your move. Alright, dude. Real smart move there. And down you go, Sceptile. And that's that. So while we're at it, time to do our little outro. Thank you all for watching this edition of Pokemon Vital Fun Stuff. If y'all enjoyed this and you want to see more, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and follow. Hit with Vinci and screwing off on YouTube and that bell button for more. Special thank you to Demon Lord Travis as well as Derpy4 for joining me once again today. And consider becoming a YouTube member for $3 a month and extra subscriber for $6 a month for wonderful bonuses such as an free experience. And consider answering the question today, what do you think we will see in the Pokemon Presents later this week? Let us know in the comments below. Anyways, for those who are on Twitch, let's end this off with a quick raid. Alright, let's raid this dude, Dorkadino. Send him your unwavering love and support. Alright, and thank you all for watching. Have a terrific day.